Welcome to the stream. Ah, man. Just finished eating my lunch. Breakfast, whatever. Play some. Just finished eating my lunch. This new game I downloaded. Play some. Just finished eating my lunch. This new game I downloaded. Play some. Just finished eating my lunch. This new game I downloaded. Play some. Just finished eating my lunch. This new game I downloaded. Saw this game and it looked pretty good, so I'm gonna give it a shot. It's a demo, so saw this game and it looked pretty good, so I'm gonna give it a shot. It's a demo, so game capture. It's demo. What's up, Matt guy? How you doing? What's going on with you, dude? Not really, dude. I don't like visual novel games. I'd rather watch anime. My favorite anime of all time is Slayers. I usually don't play these type of games though, unless it's more I like horror atmospheric games that are story based. It's just it depends on the pacing. Sometimes if the pacing's too slow, it gets boring. Because if I'm just like taking forever just to get through a part where it's just like, oh my god, this drags. Game's pretty slow. Not a bad looking game, I like the aesthetics, but this game is slow. I like horror games though, but this is still really early in production, I think. I like it because it's funny. It's I like the charm of I'm into like what do you call it, medieval stuff. like Wizards, Warriors, stuff like that, because that's what it's. The setting that it's in is in like back in the old days. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, like I said, it's cool. Like I said, this game's alright. Nothing amazing. This looks good. Gameplay-wise, it's pretty mediocre. I'm trying to see if it gets better. Been just trying new games just to see if I can find something I like, but I tried out that what do you call it, that Toho game that I was talking about yesterday. I didn't care for it. It's clunky. I've been just trying a lot of new games, just trying to find a new love, you know? Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you try to find new games to play. I mean, you have to try new things, you know. Like right now, I'm kind of bored of a lot of games I play just because I played them so much. So you gotta try something new. Much as I love like Guilty Gear and million Arthur Arcana Blood. You know, it's just I played them enough. You know, it's one of those like I got it, I played it like for months, and it's like okay, I had my fill. You want to try something else? It's just that's with anything you do. That's why I never could understand when people play one fighting game for like 2 years and play nothing else. Like, it drives me nuts, you know? You know what to rant about video games? Oh man, I'd be ranting all day. Like, you'd be surprised, like, they're not the only person that's ever told me that. I've had several people tell me the same thing. They just want to hear me rant. I was like, really? You guys want to hear me rant that bad? I mean, I could. I mean, I've done a bitch video before. I mean, I got a decent amount of views. I'll say I titled it like shitty fucking fighting games, and all I do is just rip into different games. But if I'm gonna do like a bitch rant video, I need to like make it visual too. You know, have to edit a video and like edit my. You know, it'd have to be professionally done. Not like this. That's a lot of weight. It's supposed to do this, by the way. It's not my graphics card, it's the game doing that. She says, go use the restroom. Like, okay, how do I use the restroom? Restroom's right there. Why can't I go down there? Oh my god. Apparently I can't, I don't know how to use the restroom in this game. Get a fucking talk to her, just go to the bathroom. Like, I know where it is. Well, I mean, don't I do that now already? I already rant. Bobby pin. I do. I looked at. I mean, someone should. I'm saying they checked me. Okay. No, I mean, I did. Oh my. That's what I'm saying. I didn't talk to someone. That's what I said. I apply an action. What? I didn't. I don't. I'm always. One looks like. Really? Okay. Of course. No problem. Sorry about that. I was talking to my roommate. It's alright. It's not bad. It's nothing amazing. It just looks nice. It's a little slow paced. Also, there's not a lot of visual cues. Like so bad, you just hit the button and just run away from it. Like, what the fuck? That looked pretty lame. Hey, look at you, he dodged. Ooh. Favorite drink is Surge soda. It's it was made by Coke, I believe, a long time ago. A little too. I think the indicators in this game aren't very good. Hitting the same button. No, I don't like the fact that you have to keep like examining the same thing like 3, 4 times. It's like, oh, this item's here. You know, it's like, I think I should pick it up, and it's like, and then you have to click it again, and then click it again. It's like, just pick it up. Like, holy crap! Why do I have to do like extra presses? It's so silly. Seems like I've played games like this before, but I've played better executed games. The execution on this needs work. It just feels really, I don't know, it just like it feels kind of like soulless. Like it just kind of just everything's just there. Like, granted, the engine looks good, you know, for the models and stuff, but it just doesn't feel like it has any soul. Yeah, I don't feel immersed at all. Like I feel like I'm just kind of like, oh, you know what I mean? Like you don't really feel like there's no, I don't feel any tension. I don't feel, you know, it just feels really just there. It just, again, there's really no immersion at all. It doesn't give me a feeling of dread or a feeling of wanting to do something. It just feels like you're just walking through shit, and it's just, oh, okay, I guess. It feels really lifeless. That's just me. Yeah, I can't sit there and say I'd recommend this game. It's just too meh. I've played way better horror games that are way more immersive. I'm not caring for this game. I had to say this, yeah, I'm not caring for this game at all. It just feels really bleh. So I'm gonna have to. How the fuck do you get out of the game? This is good. Yeah, I just closed it. Oh well. I like horror games, but I like it when it's immersive. When you actually feel tension, you actually want to do things. This game, I just don't feel like doing anything. You know, it's just like nothing feels satisfying to do. Nothing feels important. It's just okay. Click on everything. Click on everything. Okay, like there's I don't know. It just seems just very bleh. You know what I mean? Like even that other horror game I played, Clea, has way more personality than this game. Like in that game, you do less. And that game was a lot more immersive to me than this game. Yeah, sense is whatever. Like I will say, don't get this game, guys. Just doing you guys a favor if you wanna hear my opinion. This game is really mediocre. It's not good. Like I thought it'd be good, and then I'm just like, wow, this game just drags. It just drags. It's just a really dragged out game. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to give this thumbs down. There's way better games that do this way better. Because I thought it was like, oh look, it's like it has Fatal Frame and Clock Tower. I'm like, sweet, I love Clock Tower. And then I love Fatal Frame. Fatal Frame's an amazing horror game. Like lots of tension, lots of interesting, stuff going on. You feel like stuff has the puzzles have, satisfaction to them. This doesn't have any of that. This has absolutely nothing of that caliber. You just feel like you're playing and you're just like, I guess. That's the feeling I'm getting. I'm just like, I guess. This game can blip. It's fucking trash. Well, I can take that off my wish list because don't need that crap. That's why you play games. You try them out. That's why I like demos because I can at least see if I'm gonna like the game. I mean, you can tell when you're gonna like a game within if you. Well, I mean, probably at my level, I can determine I like a game within the first 10 minutes. It doesn't take me long. I mean, there's sometimes the games that people don't think are very good, I find very appealing. And then the games that people think are amazing, I think are shit. Like, there's a lot of games out there that I think people overrate, like, way too much and say are good. And then I play it and be like, oh, this game's garbage. Then there's other games that people don't think are very good, and I find that I say, dude, they're actually pretty good. But again, it's mixed opinion. I mean, some people. I mean, obviously, an opinion's subjective. You can't really say an opinion's right or not. It's your opinion. But yeah, unfortunately, like I said, that game is trash. So, and I played. I played the what? Let me see purchases. Yeah, this one, The Disappearing of Gensokyo. I played this one and because it was on sale, I was like, oh okay, let me give it a shot, and then I played it and I was like, eh. I thought it was good. I was like, oh, it's got. I looked at the reviews and people were like, it's whatever. Because I like Danmaku, I like Bullet Hell. I was like, oh, it's like a Smash TV, you know, Diablo type with anime, with Toho. So I was like, oh, I like it. And then I started playing. I was like, oh god, this gets really repetitive, really fast. Like, and the enemies aren't very interesting. They don't do anything crazy. They just their patterns are way too predictable. Like you're really there's really no danger. It's like especially when you're like me, when you're just really good at these type of games. Like there's a good way to do it and a bad way to do it. Where it's like this, I feel like is a bad way. Like yeah, you gotta make a game really fun and that you want to play it. And a lot of games I've been playing just don't have that. Like they just don't feel like they're immersed. Like you can like the creator. I'm like feel like hey, you did not do a very good job of this. You could have did way better. You know, I mean, granted, it's probably gonna be their first game. I understand. It takes time, but the way you see it is it a game you would play? You're making a game, you have to go, hey, is this something that even the creator would love to play? If that's the case, then yes. If you love what you make, then hey, you're doing the right reason. But usually it's an indication whether the game's good if you love playing it. But if you don't like playing it, then I don't think anybody else is gonna like it. Yeah, this game is like I said, it's clunky. It could be better executed. I feel like I said, the enemy variety is a little lacking. The the controls, I could not, for the love of me, figure out how to fucking do this bomb. Like, it says call down Keystone. Keystone arrived, then explodes. Like, okay, how do you call down the Keystone? I kept. It says hit L2 or middle mouse button, so I did that. It gets in this mode. How the fuck do you throw? How the fuck do you call it? It doesn't tell you how to do it. I could not figure out how to do this attack because of the way the description is. So I couldn't use the bomb. So I couldn't get past a certain point in the game because it requires the bomb. I'm like, okay, does it just happen by itself? Do you charge it? Do you hit another button? No, it just says hit L2 and nothing happens. I'm just like, okay, I can't get any further. So I was like, well, I guess I'm done with this game. Oh yeah, my friend talks about Fury. He loves that game. He says it's one of his favorite. Yeah, he told me. It's funny. Like it's my coworker. He likes the game Fury, and he likes that game. But man, I showed him like Rabby Ribby and shit. He does not like that shit. He says that those type of games are too chaotic because they have no. He says they have no rhyme or reason to them because he says it's just silly. But I'm like, I don't know. See, to me, I don't think that way. I was like, there's a good way to do hard, and there's just a bad way to do hard. And I've seen plenty of bad ways where you just frustrate the player, where it's not even fun. What's up, Sullivan? How you doing, man? Yeah, we're just talking about games right now. But yeah, I know Fury. I am familiar with it. Like I said, my coworker loves that game. Yeah, this game. Yeah, he loves this game. He likes how like the fights like they're hard, but he also likes the fact that they constantly change what you're supposed to do. I mean, it looks neat. Not a big fan of the visual style, but it looked pretty neat. Like I said, the fact that how varied the attacks are, the patterns and everything look really cool because it's like Danmaku. But it also, he says he likes the fact that it goes between offensive and defensive, which I can understand the appeal because, like Rabby Ribby, you kind of just dodge a lot and just rinse repeat attack, which I kind of understand where he doesn't like that because it's just a bunch of bullshit attacks that you got to dodge. Where this is like it has bullshit attacks, but then the phase changes, and then now you're on a defensive phase where you have to play a certain way, and then you're on an offensive phase with shooting, and then you're on offensive phase with melee. So I can understand where he gets where it's like, yeah, this has more variation in combat, which he is right. Yeah, this game looked interesting. It's like I was like, I just don't like the visual style. Just not a fan of the visual style. But again, it's still yeah. So it's basically it's just boss rush. It's a boss rush mode game. So all you do is fight bosses. You don't do. There's no levels. There's no. It's just boss rush. That's all you do is fight bosses. So I'm if I'm gonna play like a bullet hell game, I do like platforming and lesser enemy areas. I want to be able to do something more than just fight bosses. Boss rush mode is nice, but it's one of those things of I want to do more than just boss rush. That's why I like Rabby Ribby because it has platforming, has Metroidvania aspects to it, has regular enemies, has puzzles, but then you also have the bosses, which are the center stage. So there's other things to do. That's why I like that game so much. Same with like Ease 8. Ease 8 is amazing because you have a story, you have normal combat's fun, you have puzzles, you have platforming, you have quests, and then you have awesome boss fights, and then you have tons of secrets. So there's lots to do. It keeps you busy. Whereas I feel like games like this is like it's good for what it does. I just would like a full immersion game of this, more than just this. You know what I mean? It feels like this is just a slice of pie. It's not the full pie. I want the full pie experience. I don't want the slice of pie experience. But that's just me. That's why I look up a lot of bullet hell games. Bullet hells are fun. I do want more like Danmaku style platformer games. That seems to be a very, like I said, it's a slice of pie, but I want a full pie. You know what I mean? I want the full course meal. I don't want just a slice. It's cool right just for the moment. You know what I mean? But I want something like awesome. Where it's just like, oh my god, this is so good. Like everything's good about it. The music, the gameplay, the story, the level design, everything about it. I want everything to be good. Where you're just like, oh man, it's just giving you so much. It's just like overload, and you really appreciate it because it becomes, really, really memorable. Like here's a perfect example of this game, but better. Like let me show you. Like this game is cool, but why play that when you can play Crosscode? Crosscode does everything this game does and more. It has amazing boss fights, just like the one you just saw. It has the same shit. Cool boss designs. Has a good story. Has platforming. Has quests. Has a huge immersive world. Has interesting, just normal combat's really fun. It does so many more things than that one game does. So this has so much more to offer. So you just get immersed in this, and you're like, oh fuck, like it's just so much to take in, and that's what's exciting about it. Danmaku is bullet hell. Like that's the term they use for Toho games. Like I think that's where the term Danmaku came from. Was from Toho. I think it's Yeah, it's basically bullet hell. I mean, that's basically what it's called, is bullet hell. This is another game I played, but this one also gets kind of boring. Like this one has great bosses. I love the bosses in this game, but the Mortal Kombat gets a little monotonous, and it doesn't feel like there's much purpose to it. It's like, oh, there's just huge long levels that with just boring enemies. Like it just, there could be more. You know what I mean? I feel like this game could be so much more. I wish the combat was more satisfying in terms of that. Like this game has got, it could be executed better. Like it is a little clunky too. One thing I notice about a lot of Toho games, they're kind of clunky. Like the way things move and hit. Like some stuff just doesn't feel right. It just feels a little like off. Like this game's hilarious because you can dash cancel like stupid fast. So you're literally just flying at the speed of light across a level, and you can just bypass everything. It's really silly. When I saw that, I was, what the fuck is wrong with this game? It's like on crack. But then you get to the bosses, it's like, oh my god, the bosses are awesome. Like great boss design. I just wish that boss design carried over to the levels. You know what I mean? Like they, it seems like they put so much work on the bosses, but they don't really put a lot of work into the levels. The levels just feel kind of just thrown together. They don't feel like they have any special rhyme or reason to them. They're just there to artificially extend the game. And you're like trying to get to the good part, which is the boss. It's just a Japanese term for it. That's all. Because a Danmaku is just the Japanese term for bullet hell. But yeah, I love bullet hell games. Bullet hell games are just, there's something special about them. Like I like how chaotic things are, but at the same time, if it's done right, I mean, I've seen some bad Danmaku games. Trust me, I've seen terrible ones. I've played a lot of these games, but I do love them. They're hard, but there's a lot of good ones and there's a lot of bad ones. I have the best ones, in my opinion. Like, all the ones I own are all the best ones. There is a couple other ones I do want to play, but I wasn't sure how good they were. I said, this game I wish was a little bit more. It's kind of disappointing that, you play something like this and you're just like, oh man, this looks so much fun. And then you play it and you're just like I said, the bosses are cool, it's like, but then you get to the actual dungeon parts of it, it's just not very fun. It just feels like it drags. You gotta make it have purpose, like, hey, you see like how crazy things are right now. Like that's the Don Maku, this shit. The boss fights are fucking great because there's so much shit going on. And I love shit like this. This is like really awesome. So much going on, but it's fucking crazy. But the problem is, again, it's just the rest of the game feels really just half baked. Enter the Gungeon, yeah, I've heard of that one. Like, I thought I would like it, but I don't know, just something. The thing is, there has to be a striking, like, there has to be something about it that makes it really appealing. Like, it's a number of things. I take everything into account. Is it, first of all, is it fun to play? Is it have depth? Is it really, enjoyable? That's the first thing. And the second thing, I look at everything else. I'm like, okay, how's the character design? Oh, I love the way it looks, visually. So that's, the next thing. I mean, granted, that's not one of the most important things, but it's just, aesthetics. And then I look at sound design. How does it sound? Is the music good? Is the way things hit have nice impact to them? Is it fitting? Is it hard? There's a lot of things I look for. And then if you can strike that balance where everything hits the mark, I'm probably going to like it. Because you've hit every possible mark that I like that's important to me. So now I can immerse in all of it. I hate when there's a lot of games where only one good thing about it. Or, and usually the case, it's just pretty graphics. You can have the prettiest graphics in the world. If the game is fucking garbage, pretty graphics aren't going to save it. And I've played plenty of games that just look good. There's tons of games that just look good. They aren't good. They look good, but they aren't good. I said there's good ways to do it and there's bad ways to do it. Fortunately, like I said, this one is a mixed bag. Like people give it such high reviews, and I'm just like, I don't give this game a high review. But then look over here, they give it a 65. I gave this game like a 7, a 6. Like it's not bad. It's not great. It's decent. You know, for like if you bought it for like $10, $5, I'd be like, it's all right. I can't push myself to beat this game though, just because I get so sick of fighting normal enemies because it's so boring. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I like these type of games, but they have to be immersive. Like I said, Crosscode has this kind of fighting engine. Crosscode plays like this. It's not Danmaku, but it plays like this, but in 2D. So it's like an arena fighter, you know, like it has that Smash TV type of controls, but it's again, I'd rather play Crosscode than play this. Now, as far as like Bullet Hell and Danmaku games, there's lots to choose from. There's lots. You have tons of variety. Like I said, I just played. What was it? This one. Yeah, this one is similar to this game. I thought game was actually going to be deeper than this one, and this one is actually more boring. This actually, I like the pacing in this one better. This one's worse, in my opinion. And then you have, normal Danmaku games, which is these shoot 'em up games. Which people praise the hell out of these. Like I've played really good Danmaku games. Like these are just traditional bullet hell. And the Toho definitely has a lot of good ones. That's what the genre is built on. I mean, this Toho is built on bullet hell, so I expect it to be good. But I've played some pretty mediocre bullet hells where it's just like, this is just boring. But then you get some that just have some really nice patterns and just ridiculous shit going on, and it's nice. It's nice trying to figure out how to overcome the obstacle because so much is going on. But you just play it and you're just like, oh man, it feels satisfying to get good at these games because it's so difficult. Like these are games that not many people are good at. They just couldn't play. They couldn't beat these games because it takes such a high level of execution and concentration. Yeah, as far as like Danmaku games, I mean, my favorite are always going to be Cave, which is these games, Mushihime Sama. These by far are the king of bullet hell. These have again what I said before. Now this deserves it. This is definitely one of the greatest shooting games ever made. It has beautiful visuals. It's got amazing music. It's the visual style is really striking. It complements the world. You feel very immersed in it. You're playing it and you're just taking it all in and going, damn, everything's so cool about this game. And it's hard as shit. You realize that there's a lot of tension when you're playing because everything's just flying at you, and you're just like, Jesus fucking Christ! There's so much shit going on, but you really enjoy it. The whole thing is in everything about the game. It hits the mark. And that's what I look for. Is games like that where you just hits the mark in every category. Uh, you mean you're talking about the? Oh yeah, you're talking about these, right? These games, right? Let me show you. Uh, PC games. This right? Talking about these games, right? No. These games, right? Hold on, my thing. Hold on, stupid thing. I can't play these in full screen mode because they are not designed to scale properly. Because I can't. It's hard to stream these type of games, but give me a second. Sorry. Yeah, I love. Like when I saw the Tohovania games, I was like, holy shit! I got so excited because I love Toho. Like I really do. But yeah, you're talking about this game, right? This game, right? You talking about this one? Like, this game is awesome. Like if you like Symphony of the Night, you'll love this game. It's really silly. The music's like really fucking good. Yeah, when I first saw this, I was like, oh my god, I gotta play this game. This is like one of my favorite Toho games. It's made so well. Yeah, if you like Symphony of the Night, you'll like this. And there's two of them too. There's a sequel. The sequel's better. Like the sequel has this fully voice acted. Yeah, it's got full voice acting. It's similar in gameplay, different characters. But she plays like Simon Belmont. Yeah, like I said, flying. So that's something that's trademarking to you always fly. It does make the game. The only thing I don't like about the flight mechanic in this game is it does make obstacles kind of trivial. Because you can just fly through them. I don't do that because it's boring. I think they need to make it where the flight is not so strong. But it's an interesting mechanic, you know. It's like the music is like spot on. It really felt like Symphony of the Night when I was playing it. Play this on hard, it's pretty brutal. Like, the bosses get pretty ridiculous. And this stuff's easy compared to the boss. I'll show you the sequel after this so you can see the difference. I said, yeah, like these cutscenes are a lot better in the sequel. I love the art though. The art's like really beautiful. Ah, boo! I hit start. God damn it. Oops! I hit the wrong button. I closed it. Boo! Oh well. Sorry. Then you have the sequel, which is this one. Like this one. This one, for some reason, has widescreen support. I don't know, but you can't. But full screen doesn't work right. And this one has like full blown anime intro and everything. Yeah, this one is vastly superior to the first one. I said, the artwork is so beautiful. That's another thing that caught me was the artwork, is because I love Symphony of the Night artwork. These games are actually in English too, which is nice. I actually translated them into English. So you don't have to worry about can't reading it. Not being able to read it is not going to be a problem. Show you. Yeah, and it has stage select too. You can select your stage. And you choose your assists. Definitely has Castlevania goodness. I have to reset my controls. They're not right in this game. Pretty hard though. Especially when you get to the final level. Get to the bonus level, that shit's brutal, man. change my controls. I'm using the analog. Analog is not good for platformers. You should play this game if you like good Toho games. It's a good game. It's hard, but it's good. So, just wanted to show you that. But yeah, I think those games, like Toho Luna Nights is cool. I will say Toho Luna Nights isn't very hard, though. I do like it a little more masochistic. That's one thing I did feel Toho Luna Nights, it wasn't as hard as I wanted it to be. I felt it needs a hell mode. Like true Danmaku. Because I feel like the game holds back too much. Like, it's like pseudo Danmaku. I mean, it's still a good game. It just, I want it to be a little bit more zany. You make me want to play Danmaku now. Like, see, playing those games, man, gives me a rush, dude. It's just, oh my god. I just love playing them. They're just so much fun. You just sit down and enjoy it, and you don't even care if you're losing. You're getting better at it, and you really appreciate it. Like, I think that's that's the thing now with a lot of games is there's none of that anymore. You know, it's immediate gratification. It's just, here you go, you're amazing. You know, there's no real any effort. You don't have to put any effort in. And I kind of don't like that because it makes my brain just shut off. Because I'm not really, like, immersing myself in a good game. And I need that. I need to be immersed. You need to grab my attention. You need to make me focus on the game where I'm like, you know, you can get me to staring at the game where I'm not even talking. You know, you got me interested. Because I'm actually putting 100% focus on the game. Ikaruga is not that bad. It's hard, but I've played harder. Ikaruga is actually not that bad. It's still a difficult game if you're not familiar with bullet hell, but it's got an awesome concept because it's like the switch back and forth. But trust me, there's way harder games than that. Like, let me show you one of my some of the harder games I play. Like, of course, I gotta do Mako Unlimited. This is always one of my favorites. Yeah, I can't. I have to. Shit. I don't think I can use this controller on this game. Hold on. I don't think Let me see if this works. This might not work. Hold on a second. But this is like one of the hardest. This is one of the hardest bullet hells on Steam. Let me see if it works. It might not work. I think I might have to use the X-Patter for this. I can use analog. This is a good game, though. Yeah, like I said, this is one of the hardest ones. Still a good game though. The hell happened? Yeah, this is one other game I enjoy playing a lot. I just like playing Danmaku games. They're so satisfying to be good at. It's not even about, like being better than anybody else. It's just I like just being good at it because it feels good. Gives you a sense of accomplishment. And you got, like I said, I'll show you some other ones like Death Smiles. A lot of cave games like here, let me show you. Mushihime Sama is one of the fucking hardest. I think it's still, it's still publicly agreed that Mushihime Sama Ultra is brutal. Like even I can't beat Ultra. Ultra is like ridiculous. Yeah, let's see. Let's see how far I can get, because I can't get far on this on the highest difficulty. It's pretty masochistic. Circle, I think? It's like a... keep forgetting you can't run the enemies. Some games you can, this one you can't. This gets pretty bad. So this takes time to get good at. It's going to take you months to get decent at this game. Because everything just hits you so fast. It took me about a month just to be able to beat this on normal. Like, this is on Maniac, sorry. Maniac took me about a month to get good at it. But Ultra takes months of practice. Because you just gotta get used to how things attack you, and how to guide the bullets in a certain pattern so they follow you a certain way. But these games are fucking brutal. Like, seriously, these are the type of games that'll make you rage quit, because it's gonna piss you off so much. But that's the charm in it. It's like, I like the fact that it's so hard that very few people in the world are capable of doing it. I think that's a charm that's missing in games nowadays, is because everybody can do it, it's not really special. I'd rather something be so fucking hard that hardly anybody in the world is capable of doing it, than make it where everybody can do it. It's like, it loses its charm. It loses its specialness. Like, it's like saying, I'm good at... When you say I'm a world champion, let's say you're the Mushihime Sama world champion, that means something. But you say you're the world champion of, like Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, that's not really saying much. To me, it's like there's nowhere in the same league of skill in terms of how much effort it takes, it's not even close. Let me see. I'm trying to think what other games I have. Other bullet hell games. Let's see. I'm trying to find. This one's good. A little too long though. This drags out too much. Too repetitive. Mm, What's up, Noobsuki? How you doing? We're just going. I was sharing bullet hells with the math guy. He says it gives him anxiety. Because I play all these crazy bullet hell games. I'm okay though. We tried out the Sense Cyberpunk game. That game was trash. I was like, boring. Yeah, it was so boring. I was just like, wow, this thing just drags. It drags its feet so hard. I'm just like, oh god, like I can't play this. It's like one of those things. Let's see, trying to see what other games I can play. That let me play it. I know which game to play. Let me turn on my X-Pad or not my X-Pad or my DS4 PC. No, PC games, DS4 Windows. Let's see if I can. This is one of my friend. My friend likes me playing this game. It's an interesting hybrid. Yeah, Shikondo. If you ever heard of it. This one's real. I like the aesthetics of this game. Like I like the fact that it's crossing horror into a bullet hell, which is that's a nice hybrid. Like you don't see these genres ever mesh up. The only bad thing about this game is the controls are a little quirky. This is extreme. Ah man, I forgot how to play this game. No, I forgot. We're gonna we're gonna figure it out because I don't remember. I don't. The buttons are bound to the keyboard, so I don't know which button's which. Okay, so it's excellent. This game is really cool though. Yeah, it's an interesting game. It's hard. Like I said, like I say, whenever I play these games, I always play them on the hardest difficulty. I never play it on normal. I never play it on hard. I always play it on like extreme. Because to me, it's like normal's too easy for me. Hard's like it's okay, you know. It's like it's good, but it's not hard enough. And extreme is just like okay, this is just crazy. And then it makes my eyes get adjusted to it, so I just keep playing, you know. Yeah, I'm just showing you all the different ones I play. I haven't played these in a while. It's gonna I'd have to get back into the groove of things. But yeah, I used to be able to beat these games without continuing, or maybe use like one continue. Let's see. I'll show you another one. One of my personal favorites. It's another cave game. So much charm. Cave is sex. This one I've yet to beat on which one? I forget the difference in modes. I always play on Black Label. This one's been a while too. I'll show you the different stages. This one's been a while too. It's been a while. I have to sit down and play these again because it's been so long since I played them. But yeah, you won't even get past the first level your first playthrough. That's how hard it is. That's the way it should be, in my opinion. I think I like it that hard. Makes you have to step your game up. I wish more games were this hard. Suicide bullets means when you kill enemies, they throw extra bullets out of them. They blow up. Basically, they're like, every enemy comes a bomb. So every enemy you kill, they shoot out bullets. It makes the game even harder. You don't have to have it on. I turn it on, though, if you want it. You need to get used to it. I'm trying to think any other games I play. The one I like the most, though, is the Danmaku. Let me see if I can find it. I know I have it, the Rabby Ribby Danmaku. Toho Ribby. Where the fuck is it? Yeah, this one. This one you need a. I was playing this a couple weeks ago. Let me see if I can find it. No, that's not it. Terminate. Joy the key. Let me see. No, that's not it. Which one? Profile. Yeah, it's this one. There you go. It was this one I used. This is the one I played recently. It's probably too easy for me. This is the one I play. This is a fan-made game. But it's really good. This one's pretty bad too. Forgot what the buttons were. I don't remember what the buttons were. We will figure it out. of games like this, games like Neptunia are way too easy. Yeah, Neptunia is piss compared to these. Like these are significantly harder. It's like going from Street Fighter 2 to Guilty Gear. It's like not even the same league. But at least you got me into the Danmaku again. I miss playing these. I do like these a lot. Alright, man. Take care, dude. Sleep well. I'm not going to be on too much longer, like 20 more minutes. I got to get ready for work. it's a fun little game, fun little fan made game. You will be dying a shit ton, but that's okay. I don't mind that. Does not bother me. I got about 10, 15 minutes. Now it's time to go back to the hellhole. Boo. Nothing really else to show. Yeah, we got some new games coming out later today. Pico Pico Hammer. I wanted to play it today, but it doesn't come out till later today. It's supposed to come out in 2 hours or some shit. Yeah, this one comes out. Yeah, so it comes out around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Probably when I get home from work tonight, I'll probably stream this. Check it out. See if it's any good. I like the demo. The demo is really fun. Yeah, I'll play this and then on. Depending on how much this costs, I might pick this up. You know, because pinball is fun. But at the same time, I'm just like, if it's like 50, 60 bucks, I'm like, forget it. It's like 30, I might pick it up. But it depends how expensive it is. It's 30 bucks, I'll get it. If it's like anything higher than that, I'm just going to wait. I'm not going to, because it's one of those games I probably wouldn't play a shit ton of it. I'd probably just play it occasionally here and there. And then Friday is what do you call it? Grandia. Then after that is Minoria. I think after Minoria's at the end of the month. Supposedly, it's in 2 weeks. This is coming out, which I think this is going to be a good game. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this month. There's a bunch of games coming out next month. The beginning of next month, it's gonna be. Oh yeah, this game comes out. I forgot this comes out. I kickstarted this, so be getting my copy. But yeah, the next beginning of next month is River City Girls, so I'll be getting that too. Then next month is also Ease 8, and the following month is a Teller. Some other games too. I forgot. There was like other two big games on in October I wanted to play. November is gonna be nothing. December, I don't think there's anything. Anyways, guys, I got nothing else really to show, so I was seeing if there's any news on games or whatnot, but there's nothing. There really isn't anything coming out else that I really want to play. Yeah, there's nothing, man. Yeah, just River City. That's September 5th. That's 4 weeks away. About 3 weeks away. But Anyways, I'm gonna head out, guys. I'm gonna get ready for work. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and host. I'm gonna host Stanchion Stance. He's playing some retro games, so I haven't seen him in a long time. So I gotta send you guys his way. See you guys later. Have a good one. Peace out.